Hello and welcome to Edu Aspirants, our YouTube channel for competitive exams. This is the third video in our series of videos on Indian nationalism. Let us see what we have in part 3 of national movement. Nationalism in India. In part 3, we will learn about the ROWLATT Act and Gandhiji's Satyagrah against the ROWLATT Act. ROWLATT Satyagrah was in response to the British government enacting the Anarchical and Revolutionary Crimes Act of 1919, popularly known as the ROWLATT Act. Gandhiji called for a countrywide campaign against the ROWLATT Act. This act was passed on the recommendations of Sedition Committee chaired by Sir Sidney Rowlatt. This act had been hurriedly passed in the Imperial Legislative Council despite the united oppositions of the Indian members. It gave the government enormous powers to repress political activities and allow detention of political prisoners without trial for 2 years. The act was widely condemned by Indian leaders and the public. The bills came to be known as Black Bills. The act was passed despite unanimous opposition from the Indian members of the council, all of whom resigned in protest. These included Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Madan Mohan Malviya and Mazhar ul Haq. In response to this act, a nationwide hartal, closure in protest, was called by Gandhiji on 6 April. This was called the ROWLATT Satyagrah. The movement was cancelled by Gandhiji when it was marred by rioting in some provinces, particularly in Punjab, where the situation was grim. The British government's primary intention was to repress the growing nationalist movement in the country. Two popular Congress leaders, Satyapal and Saifuddin Kechlu, were arrested. On 10th April, the police in Amritsar fired upon a peaceful procession, provoking widespread attacks on banks, post offices, and railway stations. The protest was very intense when the act came into effect and the army was called in Punjab to tackle the situation. This brings us to the end of the video on Nationalism in India Part 3. Keep viewing, keep revising. The next video shall be uploaded soon.